Thanks for the saves, Zach. Oh, live. Cat bullet.
Alright, so you should be hearing not only me, but yourself and other such nonsense, yes?
Oh, hold on. I should probably do it on the computer that I'm actually plugged into. Hold on. It's loading.
Because while we're doing this, we're going to use this opportunity to balance you and Carrie out a little bit. I think you guys are fine because you're about comparable to Adrian and Saba, but we'll see.
You know how when there's like those, oh god, this hurts. Because I'm listening to the stream at the same time, so I hear myself, and then I hear you, and you're talking over. Oh, this hurts. I gotta X out.
No, I believe it. I believe it.
This hurts my brain.
Do you want me to try doing it again? I'm okay with it.
I mean,
have to
what?
deal with
I mean, whichever's fine. We just need to do this little bit of testing because I want to do this little bit of testing. Then I want to do a little bit of an intro where we just say our names for the future posterity, and then we can begin.
Who was that again?
Forget who we are, Zach.
I'm just saying, if I
When we
save
get
these videos,
Alzheimer's.
I'm about to say if I save these videos for like a while, I don't know if I'm gonna remember some of you people in 5 years. That's a joke, by the way, just in case that's not clear.
Okay.
You like go back and you're like, Zach was in this.
Who the fuck is Zach?
Well, then I need Grant to speak.
You know what?
Hi.
More than that.
No.
Read an entry from Wikipedia, the free online encyclopedia, and edit.
That is what we were doing earlier, and it does work.
Or
How do
just
you
eat
do
Korean bread.
the random link?
Hold on.
We're gonna have you do that, and then we're gonna have
Random
Carrie do
article.
that. So Carrie, while Grant is doing his testing, you can just like get a random article from Wikipedia and just get ready to read like a little bit of a passage.
Alright, ready?
Wikipedia, free online encyclopedia.
Saba, something that you can do as well, if it helps to determine between Discord audio and the stream audio. You can also deafen yourself on Discord, so that way all you're hearing is the stream. And then you can undeafen yourself to tell us what you heard.
Okay, yeah.
Okay? Because it'll also
Alright.
mute you, but that's fine. Alright,
Ready?
are we all good to go?
Yeah.
Alright, begin.
Gloria is a 1931 French-German drama film directed by Hans Bernd and starring Gustav Fröhlich, Brigitte Helm, and Rolf Drucker. It is a co-production between the Munich-based Bavaria Film and France's Pathé-Neton. The separate French-language version, Gloria, it was also released. Such multi-language versions were common during the early years of sound.
Okay, cut it. So how was that?
Grant sounds nice. I think if I were to compare him, I think you're actually lower, Zach. I mean, I
I'm
only heard
lower
you
than
for, like,
Grant?
Yeah. I mean, if
I'm
you want, you
lower
could
than
try
Grant.
talking again, and then Grant talk, and then I can compare, but...
I mean, as long as we're both, like, because my concern, as I said before, is just that I want to make sure that all 5 of us are hearable over the game, so that way our audio isn't muddled later on. That being said, Grant is the only person in this call at 100, so I'll put him down to a 90.
My grade.
It's true. Alright. Saba, you can come back whenever you're ready. Or in 13 seconds. Oh, wait, right, I forgot there's no latency anymore. I turned that off.
Frick. Okay. Sorry.
No, it's okay. How was that?
Okay. I think, from what I heard, I think both of you were good then.
Okay. I'm actually going to turn you a little up, to be honest. Alright,
Okay.
so now we're going to do the same thing with Carrie real quick. Carrie, are you ready?
Yes.
Oh my jeez. Alright, I can immediately tell that she needs to go down a little bit. That's okay though. Alright, you are presently at 90. Are you ready to begin reading?
Yep.
Alright, after you.
Adolescent masculinity in the 1980s was marked by the need to distance oneself from the specter of the gay man. In this homo-hysteric culture, compulsory heterosexuality and high rates of anti-gay sentiment necessitated that adolescent boys distance themselves from anything associated.
I think she needs to be lowered a little bit. Plus, Carrie's echoey, so...
She's
don't
echoey
know.
because of the location that she's in, because I believe that she's like in her kitchen or living room or something like
I'm
that.
in the living room.
Yeah,
Well,
because the living room
She
has
needs to
been
be
the
lowered
living
a
room
bit.
has been echoey for her in the past, but I can definitely turn her down a little bit.
Did you say big gay man?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That was a phew, article.
Yeah, it's one of my research. It's one of my research pieces.
Okay,
It took me
please continue
like
talking about it for no particular reason.
sure. Blah, 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 blah. It was this zeitgeist that brought Connell's hegemonic masculinity theory to the vanguard of masculine studies. However, homohysteria has diminished among adolescents today. Accordingly, in this article, I foreground research extracts. Huh?
Saber?
You should compare, because I heard you and I think you're fine, but I need a comparison now to somebody else.
So what, you need like me and Carrie to have a conversation?
Yeah, I mean, if that would be nice, you say one thing.
Alright, that's fine.
Okay,
Alright,
just note
Carrie,
that.
I do want to ask you, how, like, is this, like, because obviously that was the interview that you did with me was on masculinity. Is this, like, your big piece that you're doing over the course of the entire semester?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like my big thing. It's due on May 1st, and I haven't really done a whole lot for it, but it's fine, probably.
What does not have done a whole lot for it mean? Because you did, like, 4 interviews or whatever. Does that not count?
I
Or are
did
you
do
talking about, like,
interviews,
writing?
mostly writing. I also have, yeah, I have to transcribe and then I have to draft the evidence section, and then intro, lit review, and conclusion.
Okay.
Want to interrupt that. I mean, I would just say lower her like a little bit more. But then besides that, we're good.
Okay. She will be at 80. Grant is at 90. Adrian is at 84. Saba is at 75. I cannot do anything to myself beyond talk louder. All
Make sure
right.
to scream.
What?
Scream every time.
Ah! All right. So I have my preview window open. I have the stream muted on the other side. As far as we can tell, audio is good. Sava cuts in a little bit. That is totally fine. All right. I think we are good to begin.
Are we doing this through? By the way, Discord. Just like, are you still streaming, or do I have to go? Or do we have to go through like? No, you're probably streaming it. I'm being stupid.
What do you? No, I was just about to turn it on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to say my bandwidth should be able to hold streaming 2 things at once.
Oh god.
That being said, there is no latency on the Twitch end.
Interesting.
Actually, not only that, but on the Twitch end, you can see my mouse.
Oh.
yes, I can.
I don't know if you guys are interested in that.
Is it a fancy mouse or is it the plain old black and white?
But
No, that's
what do
pretty
you?
boring.
It's just the mouse. What do you want from me?
Don't have it.
Quite a disappointment. Let's be honest.
Kind of cringe, bro. Kind of cringe.
What the fuck?
Bro, is your mouse cringe?
Man, just saying. I mean, it's not bad. It's not that
Oh
bad.
my
It's just a
God.
little cringe.
All right.
Oh, didn't you want to do a little in like?
Right, I
introduction
did.
or
I did
whatever?
want to do a little intro, but I was gonna let this load. All right, this is a good image to start on. All right, so I want everybody to just introduce yourself with just your name, and then we're gonna do a brief summary of the game up to this point, and then we're just gonna resume as we have been. So this presumably childlike voice is Zach.
Okay, no one else wants to go, so I'm Grant.
I'm Adrian.
I'm Carrie.
All right, spectacular. So, what the fuck happened up to this point? Because this is some of our first Ace Attorney experience. So the first, what was the first case? The first case was
Well,
The
Frank saw it.
murder.
yeah, it was Frank saw it. He whapped the woman over the head with a clock that was the thinker that was not a clock, or at least it was a bad clock. She clocked him over the head. Or the other way around. What was the second case?
The murder.
Right.
Mia got
yes.
knocked over the head.
Yes, Grant, the murder.
Yes.
Oh, yes, but Mia gets murdered. That's fantastic.
Great, I love it.
Great, wonderful.
Good.
All right. And then on this one, it's like a TV.
Well, this is
No, it's like a
the
movie, right? This one is Samurai. Steel
Samurai's a
This is the
TV
murder
show for
one.
children, obviously.
Correct. I forgot about that. It's for the 10-year-old demographic. Yeah,
This
and
is the
this
murder
guy is
trial.
allegedly the murderer.
Yeah, and we specifically at this point, we had a child privately testify to us and tell us what happened, and we were like, oh, this kid's testimony is clearly gonna get this guy convicted guilty, and then Gumshoe busts in and is like, I heard everything, he's gonna testify, and we're like, shit.
Right, and now we're on,
Oh,
and now
shoot.
we're in the trial. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop
All
doing
right.
your job for once.
Yeah, but I'm about to say the one time that Gumshoe does his job properly. All right. Carrie, are you ready to go?
Yep.
Fantastic.
Mr. Wright,
Yes,
why do you look so unhappy?
because you're fucked, dude. Nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right,
I-
Mia?
Who the hell are you?
Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier.
Phoenix, I'm here at the trial for some reason. Your client is now practically a dead man walking.
Yeah, wait a minute. Weren't you supposed to be, like, disappearing or something?
No, well,
I
she
thought
said
so.
that since you said you believed in Will, she promised that she would show up again.
Oh, that's right.
And she
What are the
immediately was like,
rules?
your client's like dead in the water.
What are the rules of this afterlife? Like, that she... Because, like, why was she leaving before then if she could just choose to stay?
Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him.
Oh, God. This is no time for dead people jokes, please.
No.
Whoo! That's morbid.
You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless.
That's not good as a defense attorney.
Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it.
Something overlooked?
We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial.
Great.
Woohoo.
This isn't going to be easy.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I became a lawyer because I thought it'd be easy.
I'm not gonna lie real quick, by the way. Since I have the two monitors, I'm watching this. I'm basically watching this 3 times with like a half-second delay from one to the next.
Nice. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
Prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
Suspected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there was there were other people present at the studio.
There was
Like-
another people.
There were much more other persons there. Today, I would like to show evidence proving that they had nothing to do with the murder.
Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
I wonder if it'll be that producer.
Prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand.
Oh, great.
Or that director. Fuck.
Will the witness state his name and profession?
How rude you guess? Don't know me. I'm the director. I'm just a samurai noob. I'm a director. Television.
Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix. Let's start by picking this testimony apart.
That's what we do every time, Mia.
Yes. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it.
This is a weird... Has she ever made this face before?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe
She looks bored.
She
Right.
doesn't want-
She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. Wait, that's just your job.
So sweaty up here. I was at the studio from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was an action scene run through.
Wait, the morning? Wasn't that at like noon?
Definitely what I was doing. It took a lot more time than I thought it would, though. I heard that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in the studio too, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting room until around 4 o'clock. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs because they put glue on them.
Glue on them.
That's about it. It's so fucking hot up here.
The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at the time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
I sure hope doesn't find a contradiction in my testimony. That'd be pretty bad.
I mean, is this not the most suspicious shit?
I mean, that's fine.
I will.
He's already sweating.
He has like my fingerless, knuckleless gloves.
Fingerless, knuckleless. In the employee area?
That's right. It was a fight scene between a steel samurai and the evil magistrate.
Evil magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through?
Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. Lol. She was cheering on Hammer if you could believe it.
Didn't Old Bag say that both he and the producer were there?
I think so.
She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else?
Yep, just us four. We really need to hire more staff. It took a lot more time than that would.
Alright, let's review our evidence real quick. Contains photos of every victory seen in every battle in Steel Samurai's ever won. Okay. Employee label.
There we have the ambient.
Yeah. So the run-through was in the employee area and not Studio 1?
What?
It was
The
in Studio
employee
1.
area.
He just said that the... Sorry, what'd you say, Saba?
No, he said the. Did you just ask that the run through was in the employee area?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was.
Oh, I thought it was
Was it?
in Studio 1.
That's
No,
what I thought,
Studio
too.
One. No, because if you remember, they were outside, like with like the tables and that one backdrop.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah.
Took more time than I thought it would. Might as well press him. Why did it go on so long?
I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this. But W between twisted his ankle during the run through sea,
Oh, right. Thus the limp.
which of course led to me missing my lunch. Rough,
What the fuck does that stand for?
rolling on the floor. Sad.
Shit.
Rolling on the floor, screaming.
Rolling on the floor, starving.
Oh, start up.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh, bingo.
Wow.
Nice. Everyone has a lunch to play area.
What exactly did they have for lunch?
T-bone steak. There's this who cooks them up.
Alright, well that's very interesting, giving the sleeping pills. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area.
Else meaning that the witness did not eat with them.
Yeah, okay.
When was the meeting? Is he gonna ask that?
So, in the end, you didn't get to eat?
Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? She just sweat right up my sweat.
That must have been tough.
Oh, do you want to borrow it too? You're sweating a lot too.
Yeah?
Doesn't something about that seem odd to you?
I mean, it's contradictory because they had the fucking steak bones that were sitting there, right? You remember
there
that?
was plates.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say it's contradictory.
Contradictory, yeah.
Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manella,
What do you want?
when I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones from the employee area. Who ate lunch there?
No, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I didn't mean after all.
What would be embarrassing about that? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
why would you withhold that?
A T-bone
Yes,
steak, you
weird
mean?
piece of information.
Because perjury is totally. Yeah, when I mean the assistant was around the trouble, I brought it to the trainer thinking I could eat it later.
Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspect as much. So when exactly did you eat?
We took one break during the meeting. I wolfed it down dead.
A mental image I will carry with me to my grave.
Unfortunately.
Wait a second. If they took a break in the meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more.
Didn't they say that they were only, or that they never went out of the room?
I mean, I don't think that was a part of his testimony. I think it's this one that I'll press.
Sure.
What were you discussing?
The Steel Samurai story and our budget of 4 nickels that I found in my backyard.
And this T-bone steak.
It's a T-bone steak. Get this, the sponsor takes me and says, Mr. Manila.
Mr. Manila. He has like a normal voice. What? So that's a character that we haven't seen yet, the sponsors.
That's true.
Those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it?
The vigorous sex scene is very inappropriate. Actually, I kind of can.
Oh.
So nobody left the table during the whole meeting?
Trying to be about pretty no one left their chairs.
You didn't take a single break.
Well, yeah, not one.
What's he
Wait.
sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea.
Phoenix has short-term memory loss.
Oh no.
Wait a second. Mr. Manelli, you just contradicted yourself. That's called perjury, bitch.
Get him out
Didn't
of
you
here.
just tell the court that you ate a T-bone steak during the break?
Oh, Ruffle!
Well,
Mr. Manila, what's this all about?
Well, yeah, I guess we should take a little break.
Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time.
Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break.
Very well. Mr. Manila, your testimony, please.
Shit. Fuck you, Edgeworth.
Yeah, for what it's worth, we took a break, Ruffle. FWIW.
Did you know that that's what FWIW means?
Yeah, you don't know that? Fucking come on, get your leech speak dictionary out, noobs, Ruffle.
Jesus Christ.
Not
But it was
good.
only 15 minutes. 15. That's only 13 in base 12.
What?
Is that supposed to be math?
215. 215.
Not even enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1, lol. That's only just enough time that you still would take, if you ask me.
I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. So, I mean, I guess we can ask him what time.
Like 15 minutes.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Because he didn't say what time they took the break, did he?
Yeah. What were you doing for those 15 minutes?
That's not the question we wanted.
Yeah.
Here's my T-bone steak. What else?
There were 2 plates on that table.
Oh, right. The other one was Steve Vasquez's plate.
Is she faking? Is she not actually this, like, high society French lady?
She not French.
She didn't use a knife or fork. It was kind of hot.
Ew. D. Vasquez, the producer.
To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that's quite a feat.
Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio One.
Alright, let's press this. What time exactly did you take this break?
I say it was around 2:30 or so to 2:45.
2:30? That's the time of day. He's thinking this to himself while tapping this paper.
Why are you tapping that paper for?
He could have gone to Studio One, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise.
And eating a steak.
I don't like how Edgeworth was, like, looking at me. Do you
I mean,
mind?
there's always the possibility of a moved body.
Shut the fuck up, Ace Attorney. What the fuck does steams mean?
He's angry?
Steamed ham.
Oh,
Steaming.
okay. Well,
Someone
I
say
mean,
steamed ham.
Oh,
That was
I mean,
me.
if we
Thank you for
commented
noticing.
on it's the exact time of the murder, do we have like a evidence to contradict or anything?
I mean, we have this that says that like it could have been that time.
I
Well,
think
because
we
I'm
should
looking
press-
at because like it blocked the path to the crime scene between 2:15 and 4.
So that makes sense then.
Well, he said murder at Studio One. What about murder at Studio Two?
But Jack, they never said Jack was there. Why would Jack be there?
You are right. Never mind.
No, it's
Well.
a good line of questioning.
Yes, I'm sure it is.
Jack was there because he got lost.
Who the hell is Jack?
Who the fuck is Jack Hammer?
Oh, can we take
The
a look at
murderers.
the kid's book? Photo album?
We can't look
Oh,
at
we
it.
can't? Oh, I'm sad.
Jack bitch.
The murderer is just a dude who like wandered onto the studio.
Well, I
He
don't
just
know
came
what to
in, killed,
present,
left.
to be honest.
Well, you can
It
keep
was
pressing.
me. I wrestled
That is
Jack
true.
to the ground and strangled him.
What have we not pressed him at?
That one.
We've only pressed
Oh.
2. Why is
Yeah,
that?
Objection! Oh,
Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder.
And this man can eat a T-bone steak so goddamn fast.
It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio One. Gosh darn it, they need to get better dialogue.
What?
Ugh, it's so hard to read sometimes. Something wrong, Mr. Wright.
I just thought of the sound of D. Vasquez chewing.
Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio One?
When she chews, it's just the sound of a violin.
It's just like muffled French music.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Wright. Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer.
Mia, can you
Jack,
not
do
look
not
so
think about
bored?
it.
Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio One?
No, it's impossible, right?
It's impossible because of the thing,
The
The
monkey.
monkey.
the monkey. So I'm
No,
gonna
the
say,
monkey
so I'm
blocks
gonna
Studio
say
One
no,
to
it's
Studio One.
impossible.
No, it was blocking Studio 2. Block people
Yeah.
from getting out.
Yeah, block them from leaving.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm gonna
I
say
mean,
no, it's
Vasquez.
impossible.
She could easily lift that thing overhead with one arm. I don't know why.
Oh, Damascus.
It's very strong.
I don't want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in that trailer to come to the studio at the time.
Ha!
You don't look like you just laughed.
I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again. But I see you had at least an inkling of the truth.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkey's head barred the way.
I thought it was Mr.
The woman?
Monkey.
I thought it was too.
Well, that's how it was written. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head.
That seems really suspicious, but okay.
Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head.
This
a little
is
gruesome.
fucking Cusco's Poison. All the dialogue in this fucking game is just it's the monkey's head blocked the alleyway. You know,
What
the
time
head of
was
the
meeting,
monkey.
Zach?
The time of the meeting was until 4 o'clock, and
Did
the
you go to the
meeting was
meeting?
at 2:30.
Did you go to the meeting?
The meeting at
Yep.
4 o'clock? Yeah, I went to
Yeah,
it.
that meeting. Okay.
And what was the meeting
What time was
about?
it?
The meeting about the monkey's head. Wait, no, that's not true. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. Alright, we were right.
Okay.
I'm glad we were paying attention.
Yeah, to that part.
Somehow I feel no desire to correct him.
I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand.
No, you don't get to say that, bitch. What? It's over? Oh my god.
Thick as
God, he's
hell.
huge.
Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case.
Oh, that's why there was no fucking bloodstain. Okay.
Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty.
Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence, a witness.
Oh, right, it's the kid.
Who was this witness, Mr. Edgeworth?
My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim.
Why are you saying it like you're some sort of pastor?
Order. I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess.
What the fuck, Mia? There's no monkey bars out here.
Bro, this shit sucks. Where's the swings?
What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi,
I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong.
Mia, don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have?
Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. And then I died, so I've given up. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination.
Jesus.
The people in the trailer could have not gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that. But I was wrong. That's all there is.
What's going to happen to me? Merch.
You're gonna get executed.
Large.
Merch. It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. I mean, I am, but that's besides the point.
Don't worry, Mr. Powers. You'll be behind bars in no time. If you're innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it.
Okay, but I'm not innocent, so like,
Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong.
stab people with spears. Got it.
You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere after all.
You. Thanks, Sneef.
Sneef.
Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. I don't know about that.
To watch a man get
I don't
executed.
think-
Yay!
Let's do it.
Sorry, Phoenix. I had some ghost steak.
Oh god. I had some ghost T-bone steak.
Oh, fuck.
Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case. We worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning.
You literally can't say that, Edgeworth.
The defendant has to use finger puppets from now on.
Nice to see Edgeworth. Everything must be done in shadow puppets. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground.
However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand.
Oh boy, here we go.
Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on?
Oh, right. God, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do.
Crate?
What the fuck?
crate of
Donut
donuts?
crates?
Why do we have donut crates?
Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness!
Why? Just because you're a grown up doesn't mean you can boss me around.
Oomph.
Cody?
I forgot. Man, Edgeworth really does have problems getting people to state their name and occupation.
This entire thing. Answer his question, okay?
Hey, it's you, the nice booby lady. I'm Cody Hackett. I'm in 2nd grade.
You're in
Oh
the
my
second
God.
grade.
He's like, what, 7?
He's 10. I
I
got.
finished at like 8.
Yeah.
No, I
I'm
know. That's why.
16. I
But
was
wasn't
held
that
back
the
several
thing?
times.
Wasn't that the thing? Didn't he say that he was 10 before?
No, Old Bag said he was like 10 or something.
Oh, and she's an idiot. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm 10 and I was held back several times.
Oh god.
I got. I got the feeling this is gonna be a long, long day.
Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle.
I mean, can you look at his thing in the court record?
Oomph.
Check his age? I don't know.
Witness, Cody.
Is he in your profiles?
Oh yeah, he is.
He's
7.
7 years old.
What a reliable witness.
Yeah, that works for a
32,
2nd grader.
18, 34. Not bad.
Wait, what?
Age.
Unknown.
He's as old as time.
Old Bag is as old as time.
The old stands for God.
Oh god. He's having trouble with the gentle thing.
You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident?
You got a problem with that? What's that?
Please tell us what you saw that day.
What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Grant in the beard over there?
Just Mr. Edgeworth will be fine.
Dear gentlemen,
They're both getting offended.
incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in the court.
Oomph. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible.
No.
Absolutely not.
Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost?
Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it, all the good things yet. I struggle with that. But I bring it with me wherever I go.
Phoenix. I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note of it in the court record.
Okay. So he's gonna have like a decisive picture or say that he does, and then we're gonna look at it and it's gonna be just like his finger.
It's gonna be his finger in his nose, deep.
Please testify to the court about what you saw on the day of the incident.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
And wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once.
Haven't you seen like a bunch of them?
I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods after past the old lady would catch me.
Like, can I like that feels like a big thing, right? Because everybody was saying like, oh no, everybody has to go through this part in order to like, you know, whatever. And he's just like, nah, I just went through the backwoods.
The woods are children only. They have a force field if you're older than 7.
You just
Perhaps
you
where the
instantly
murderer
die.
Could have gone.
I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost in the way though, for about 30 minutes. It's called Lost Woods for a reason. When I came by the studio, there was a Steel Samurai.
I went left and then right and then forward and then I came back to the first part of the fucking forest and I had to go left and then right.
I
Skull
just
Kid was
want the
there, and it was
sword.
fucking totally rocked right before my eyes. Out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! Blizzard.
How much of this is in your testimony, kid?
If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you.
All right, well, we're
well
gonna
then.
question that immediately.
Anyway, I couldn't get in the studio, so I went home.
Did you go home?
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child.
Just
Like,
hop
pick him
over
up
the
and shake him by his shoulder.
about to say, hop over the desk and just be like, grab him by the collar. You did it!
Where were you?
This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly.
And camera. There you go.
If you had your camera, you mean you weren't carrying your camera then?
No, I wasn't.
Why would you lie about this, kid?
It's not like I have it all the time.
You literally just said that you did.
It's part of your sprite.
Really? I guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home.
Phoenix.
Just stop looking so fucking bored.
Phoenix. Remember, he's a child.
Do you think she's getting tired because she's been, like, in this mortal realm for too long?
Stop calling me back. I don't want to be in court anymore.
Not even death can excuse you from the servitude of the law.
Use gentle words, but be firm.
Easy for you to say. Oh, that was the last part of his testimony.
Should be he saw the Steel Samurai?
Does the camera?
I mean, I was gonna
have
present the
its-
camera, the thing that he said he has on him all the time.
I mean, that
Yeah.
works.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
The evidence contradicts the statement.
Cody, what you just said seems to, well, a little strange. Okay, I didn't understand where that sentence was going. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that.
Nani?
Nah, Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You're going to jail.
Mr. Wright, a word with you.
Oh, was I putting on the pressure a little too much?
What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about?
It's, a digital camera, Your Honor.
What?
It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that?
I see.
Do you? Can you see out of your ancient eyes? Anyway,
No.
Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Cry, little bitch.
Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so.
Fuck off, Edgeworth. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court.
Shots
He's
fired.
going to jail.
What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney?
I don't know. I was just using a random example. Why? Do you feel personally attacked by that? Well, Cody,
What? Yeah, so I had my camera, so what?
I can't believe that entire gigantic testimony was for a really obvious piece of evidence.
You got a problem with that? What's that? What's that? Butt slash.
The box.
I like the box.
So
It's
you
funny.
did have a camera. And did you use this camera?
Why would I use it?
Because you saw the Steel Samurai. What's your problem?
I was too busy watching.
Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching.
What I saw. Yeah, I had my camera with me. But I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong, and Steel Samurai rules.
I mean, I want to ask the kid where this stabbing took place, because no one's asked that.
That's true.
Oh, is that all? I fell asleep. Well, that was brief. Mr. White, your cross-examination.
Like how spiky the judge's eyebrows are.
It's pretty cool.
They're serrated, like
Oh, God.
like a shark's teeth.
Styled ass eyebrows.
Talking about eyebrows, where's this kid's eyebrows?
That's a good point.
That's a good point. This kid's a freak of nature.
I shaved them off to look more like the Steel Samurai.
So the bad guy attacked him first?
Yeah!
All right, Your Honor, self-defense. We're all good to go home. And Edward's like, no, you can't say that. And I'm like, oh, really? Does it seem kind of ridiculous to just on one testimony dismiss an entire fucking case?
You piece of shit.
What sort of person was this bad guy?
I told you, a person. He was a person. A
Thank you,
male
Jake.
man person.
How was he dressed? Answer the question!
I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai.
I see. And what happened next?
Can I... Okay, let's press him on this one then. Why?
Huh? What do you mean, why?
Why wasn't the bad guy moving anymore?
Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. Butt slash.
And how exactly did he do that?
How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, samurai chop,
Samurai slap.
something like that.
And
All
the
right,
samurai
well, we
slapped
got
in
the-
heart.
He's still being vague about this.
What? Don't give me look, pops. I'll samurai slap
How
you.
should I play this? I mean, is the
You
is
gotta-
the game not telling me that I shouldn't press him, or I should press him, right?
You should press him, I think.
He's being
I
kind
mean,
of
they
vague
might
here.
get mad at you if you press them harder.
That's what I'm
Ah.
saying, because we already have a thing in evidence that we can just present to him being like, no, he died by this spear, and you know that. Right?
I guess.
I mean, it's also, I don't know, I would say if you push him a little bit more. I mean, how much are we going to get flacked for?
Yeah, it's
Being
not
Probably
tiny
like-
little.
probably 2 points of health.
it's
I mean,
not
didn't
like
we
a
just
health
yell
bar.
like 5 seconds ago that we don't care who this person is? If they lie, we don't care.
Yeah,
They
but
just
we
can't
already
lie.
have the evidence to counter him, though, is my argument.
I see.
Press him! Cody,
Yes.
What?
something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action,
Yeah, so what?
yet you missed the most important part.
What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly.
You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap. My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow.
Order, order. Mr. White, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital?
Well, that's the thing.
Phoenix. I believe you're on the right track with this.
She's looking at him like, I swear to God.
Just use the evidence. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out.
I'm not gonna tell you, but I mean,
Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai.
he's a good fan.
But why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight?
Fucking, I don't know, dude. Holy shit. Well, because he has
He
this.
was dosed with Ambien.
Well, this is the thing, right? It's the photos of every fight that he won, and he doesn't know how to use the fucking camera. So he was probably fiddling with the camera to try and take a picture, and he missed the moment where he died.
Oh, that does make sense. Yeah, if you're looking at the camera.
That
you do
being
miss
said, I
stuff.
don't fucking know what the answer is.
Do we have evidence?
Well, the evidence
Like
could
the
be
cameras?
either of these things. Right?
Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? He
Well,
couldn't
because
watch
the
it.
scrapbook has like all the Steel Samurai's victorious killing blows.
That's what I
right?
just said, yeah.
Wait a minute. I think what you said could be answered with the he couldn't watch it because he was fiddling around with
Yeah,
the
I think-
camera.
Right,
I
but
think-
couldn't I also just present the camera to say that?
Yeah, I think
I have no clue.
I think the album would just say that he would be proof that he would be watching it, and the camera would be proof that he wasn't watching it.
Alright.
So we all agree it's not he was watching something else.
Yeah, I think
Show
I think it's the camera.
Or
not the album.
does it technically mean that he was watching the camera? Like, are all of these actually
All
the
of
same
them.
thing?
I'm about to say, do these all actually imply the same thing? Do you want to say show evidence?
That would show evidence.
Yeah, show the camera, maybe.
Your Honor, I have evidence.
Evidence.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why did Cody look away from the fight?
My badge.
You want to say this? Yeah, my badge.
He was overdosing on Ambien.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh no.
He passed out.
Ooh, the music cut away. Here's my proof.
Was that the camera?
The witness stated that he recently received this camera.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
I'm glad you remembered.
Who are you?
Your Honor. Your Honor, I have a 100% win streak at the moment. Please pay attention. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation.
I'm
We've
aware of
settled
that
these 2
too.
court cases.
Ah,
Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at that critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture.
Hey!
Well, I'm glad my logic maintained. Bullseye.
What's the problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? What's that?
Man, I really can't wait for you to get hit by a car. Pressing, not picking.
Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. He's a kid. Smart of you to realize that there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero. And not take a picture.
Right. Cody. There was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a pic. We said this!
What time was the meeting?
Ah! Have you seen my badge?
Who was in the suit?
But having just received your camera, you weren't used to it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct?
Yeah.
Well, Phoenix? I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again.
Right. Mia means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more.
very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? What is it? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight?
Cursed metal box.
Where are the little men inside?
Please tell us about your devil contraption. Welcome
Yeah,
to the
well.
real world, kid.
Well, it's a camera, it's a cube, and
Listen!
that's a button.
It's more of a rectangular prism. Listen, little bitch. If you didn't want to be in the real world, don't go looking at murder.
Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain.
So I held my camera to take a picture.
But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. But that's all that happened. Yep. Definitely not lying again. Yep.
Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Bright?
I'm not sure, but I like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway.
Yeah, you're right, Perhaps.
Lens wouldn't open. Or can we press him on that? Yep, that's all that happened. Yep.
That's all?
Yeah, I told you I didn't take a picture.
Are you sure?
Blood splash.
I would've, once I got the lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even once? Press him hard!
I mean, we have a scrapbook, huh?
Yeah. Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody! Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture.
I know exactly what you're gonna say next.
Hey!
The next line is.
Bullseye?
How did you know what I was gonna say next?
I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. I'm Santa Claus.
Really?
The judge. Really, Mr. Wright? Oh.
You're Santa Claus?
That's amazing.
This feels great. Fucking
I love-
shitting on this little kid.
I love being Santa Claus.
I love being Santa Claus.
Yeah, I took a picture.
Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this, Cody?
I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them.
Bang, bang.
You erased them?
Yeah,
Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious?
no, I erased the Steel Samurai. Well, you know. Why would I want to keep a picture like that?
He's becoming less and less cooperative. Better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony?
There has to be something.
Grant, you have to say it more bored.
There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find. Just go.
Wow, how direct.
I know how to play video games. Cody!
What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow with something bad.
You're grounded.
Dying.
I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day.
Oh, right.
What was it you told me then?
I'm gonna every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! Shazam. I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection.
Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would have erased it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Just
Mr. Wright.
stabbing the kid like it's Sekiro.
What exactly is this album?
It's called Path to Glory. It was a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has ever won.
I see.
Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day.
Order. Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album.
Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait. No way.
Phoenix. I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is.
Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually...
Yep. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what's going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took?
The Steel Samurai didn't win.
Yeah.
I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos.
You mean the Steel Samurai lost?
Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth, tell the bad guy. Defeated the Steel Samurai. Kind of rhymes.
No way, no.
Do you need to go to the bathroom? Like, are you okay?
I got a diaper, hang on. It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever.
Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture, the same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. Man, these all feel slightly off.
Yeah.
Inconceivable.
Never mess with a Sicilian.
Never mess with
When
the Steel
death
Samurai.
is on the line.
However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the seal. He saw the
Seal
steel.
The Seal Samurai.
He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet, to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won.
The Seal Samurai is at the local zoo.
He couldn't handle the truth. Ah, funny reference.
Funny reference, Mr. Wright.
Order. I will have order. Witness, I mean Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw.
Please,
needed a diaper.
please fucking just outright start weeping.
I got eyebrows, guys.
Oh, now I don't like it when they cry. I wanted him to just be
You
upset.
just said.
No, but there's a difference between like him being like no, and him like actually crying. Now I want to give him a hug and like a lollipop. That day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right?
Okay. You're right.
Oh no.
The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move.
Wow, you crushed this kid's dream, Zach.
Yeah, he deserved it.
I'm scarred for life because of you.
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim.
Yet, according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell.
Mr. Wright, what's going on?
Apparently, we've all made a serious error.
An error? What's this all about?
Steel Samurai. Well, Hammer was the victim, but he was also the Steel Samurai.
Bum, bum, bum.
I mean, that's what I should say, right?
I guess so.
I mean, everyone already knew that Jack Hammer was the victim.
If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, but the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai.
Order.
How many times are you gonna have to keep order in this court?
People keep talking.
I don't want
So
rape.
is your samurai in this photograph?
I wish the monkey bars.
You're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer?
That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury.
But wait. Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One already?
That's what everybody thought. But remember when Miss Oldbag said in her testimony? This was Carrie, I think.
Yeah.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him go into Studio 1, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume.
But why would the victim do such a thing?
I don't know that, Your Honor.
I get it.
Uh-huh.
I thought the Steel Samurai is moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit. Pops!
Me? What?
Actually, there was one piece of data I saved.
Data?
Yeah, a photo on my digital camera.
This is really important to tell us, kid. What?
Show us, quick!
No way, man, not if you're gonna look at me like that.
Now!
Everyone's sick and tired. Man, all these testimonies suck.
Here, this is it.
Oh, gee.
Okay.
That's something.
Yeah, that's clearly Studio 2.
Man. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in a costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright?
I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence.
I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. But I'll give it back.
Wait, Phoenix.
Mia, what?
Look at the photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial.
What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please?
Certainly, I don't see why not.
Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo.
Yes, it's Studio 2.
Yes.
Yes.
Your Honor, look at this.
I see a gate.
Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate?
The number. Yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2.
Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct?
Ah!
I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at.
But that's impossible.
What's this about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I want to feel included.
Whew. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here at Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate photo. On the photo of that gate. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Why do I
just
have
put
to
an
do this?
outside Studio 2,
Yeah,
right?
Just press 2.
It was here.
What does that have to do with the number on the gate in the photograph?
Oh, you accidentally
Oh, what the
didn't
fuck?
press close enough.
It was outside the gate! Fuck you!
Figure through, blah blah blah. Once again, go.
Oh,
go,
okay,
go.
I didn't get penalized, thank God.
Studio 2.
Here, at Studio 2.
I see now. There. Now explain the 2 on the gate in the photo.
How fucked up would it be if the gate said 3?
Oh.
The secret third gate. Oh.
Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place at Studio 2.
Wasn't the path blocked?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
path was blocked at the time. The path to the trailer was blocked.
So we have heard.
The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to the Studio 2 before that time.
Yes, I suppose that would be the case.
Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet, in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They're the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime.
Order.
The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard Miss Oldbag saw was the victim, Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2.
This is madness.
This is madness. he's like, who are you?
Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim!
Yes, these are the same things.
Why would he steal a steel samurai costume?
Bitch, that's
That's a
your
hard
job.
sentence.
You have the burden
Nope.
of proof. Fuck you.
Not in this country, America.
Are you suggesting
This is
he did so to
ridiculous.
cover up the details of his own murder?
Well, no, of course not.
Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim Jack Hammer stole the costume.
Costume. That was a good read. I mean,
Proof
Well-
that he stole it.
Well, the picture,
The-
right?
Yeah, the picture, he's shorter. So, can we imply that?
I don't know. Well, cause like the reason why we know it's Jack Hammer is because he's not in here.
Well, I mean, how did he steal the costume? I think is the question.
Oh, how did he steal it? This.
Oh, sleeping pills.
Yeah, give me proof.
Oh, well, WP was sleeping, right?
Yeah.
WP was sleeping because he was
That's-
drugged. Because you remember
someone
that?
drugged
You remember
him.
that when he? That's actually really clever because at the very beginning when he was giving us the first testimony, he was like, "Yeah, I was unusually tired, so I decided to take a nap for fucking 5 hours."
Yeah.
So yeah, drugs.
Sleeping pills, yeah.
So you want to? So I feel like we could say. So we're gonna say this, by the way, but I do want to say I feel like we could say the sleeping pills, this, or this. Probably this one more than this, but you know what I mean. So, oh shit,
We
yeah,
got the
I
order.
have proof. I have proof.
You do?
You do, Mr. Wright?
Yes. Now that
Yeah.
they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's the proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. This is it.
An empty medicine bottle.
I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The table reads, or the label reads, sleeping pills.
Sleeping pills.
The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent the entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer.
Wait a moment.
I have a quick question. Talking about the logistics of this whole Maya Mia thing, is Maya gonna return and then just have blacked out for that whole time?
Correct.
Or is she
Probably.
also present?
I was
I
about to
mean,
say,
she's technically being possessed, right?
yeah, she's technically
Kinda
being
messed up.
like Mia's spirit just kind of like inside Maya and just inflates her into a full-grown woman, and then when she leaves, she just kind of goes back. And so I'm like, I want to talk to Maya, be like, "Are you okay? like, how is it going?"
She's suffering like brain damage.
That bottle does raise some suspicion, yes. But there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it.
Your Honor, I have an idea.
Test.
Fingerprint the bottle.
Well, your fingerprints, I guess, are all over it now.
Well,
Drug him, Mr.
there would be multiple sets of fingerprints.
That's fair.
Because mine would be on it, and that makes sense because I brought it to the court. If his fingerprints are on it, that means he did it.
And Powers wouldn't have it in his system anymore, I would assume.
I mean,
That's true, it's
he
been a couple
might
days.
still have traces of it, but that wouldn't prove that Hammer did it. So I think it's
I would
fingerprint
say,
the bottle.
fingerprints.
An idea. Very well assured.
I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprint should show up on this bottle.
Hmm?
Sorry.
I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. Now my fingerprints are on it.
Did I drug him? Oh no.
Oh,
I
no.
was too
The
late.
judge just straight up fucking starts licking it. Because that's how
This
corrupt
court-
he is.
This call will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today.
Holy shit, you're kidding.
We need to take a lot of time to test this.
Testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The steel samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit the murder. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
your homework is to find the answer to the following question.
Wow, is this school?
Read chapters 1 through 5, and why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume?
At least 5 sentences.
Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. Oh my
Literally
god.
homework.
Holy
MLA
fuck.
format.
That's a lot of homework, dude.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're fine.
Mhm.
You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers.
As you say, Your Honor.
The trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension.
Yeah, remember that, by the way.
How many have we had?
This would if trial is tomorrow, this would be the 3rd day, which is the limit of the system.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the fucking dystopian Ace Attorney world.
I think it was only mentioned like once at the very beginning of the game.
There was like a little expository thing. Woo, that was a close one.
We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. I'm about to head out.
Me too.
Really? You both seemed so confident.
Ha! Maybe I should take a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there.
Me too.
Thanks,
We're
guys.
both terrible people.
Did. He looks like really chill for someone whose lawyers were like, yeah, I was about to give up on you.
Oh, of course we're kidding.
I wasn't kidding.
Are you sure?
I wasn't
Merch.
kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial.
Right, thanks, Sneef.
Sneef.
But Marge.
Marge. All right,
To be
well,
continued.
that's that. We could probably do a little bit of the investigation, to be honest.
Yeah.
We got time. We got like 40 minutes.
I don't know if Cody or Sal do anything else in the rest of the case.
We could probably give
Well,
you
it's
someone
okay.
else. I'm assuming the sponsor's gonna come into the thing, and I don't know. Do you want to try a French accent?
Oh my gosh, we tried really hard with her.
Wait,
I
now,
mean, I kind of like the idea that every time she opens her mouth, it's just French music.
It is really
That was
funny.
pretty good.
Spoilers!
sorry.
What?
Wait,
What
was that
spoiled?
you or Carrie?
No, that was me.
Oh, I
That's
thought that was
fine.
Carrie's job.
No.
No, I did it.
That was you?
Yeah, that was
I
me
thought that
all
was Carrie
yesterday.
too.
Yeah, I also thought
What?
that was Carrie.
Thanks.
Well, because yesterday Carrie said, I have an idea, and then the music started playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last thing that we heard.
Oh, no, I pulled it out. That was me yesterday.
Wow,
Okay.
good
Wait,
thinking
so
then.
Carrie, was that your idea?
It was not, but it was still a good one.
What was your idea?
John Mulaney, but female.
What the fuck does that sound like?
Like, I don't know, think of like a 1950s weatherman.
Okay, read this line then.
As like a 1950s weatherman.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
That was a close one, huh, Mia?
That's not bad. You can hold that. You can hold on to that for later.
Well,
Thank
what
you.
No, we're gonna be
Oh, I
no.
mean,
We're
that's
definitely
ultimately
doing
the
that
best.
for
Yeah, that's a good
Vasquez.
French weatherman.
Oh, really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it.
Where were you?
Maya.
So, what happened?
Well,
Like her eyes are bleeding from the effort of channeling.
her skull is fractured in like 9 places.
Her sprite has like a
What's
full
going
body
on?
cast and a blindfold now.
I did notice as well, by the way, because I was like looking up stuff on the game, just on the stuff that we had seen up to this point, and just seeing if like other people agreed that like some of the writing's a little obtuse. And one person was like, "So how the fuck does this whole Maya Mia thing work out? Wouldn't they like?" Like they're so physically different. How is that okay? And somebody was like, "Well, you notice how like a mile of cleavage shows up whenever Maya like comes in or Mia comes into the scene, right? And that prevents Maya's clothes from like stretching out because she physically like just opens them, and it's like that's a really weird character detail to just include, designers, but I guess I appreciate it.
I mean, the alternative is the clothes start ripping.
That's what I mean, and that's why it's like, okay, this is a good thing, but also just don't do this. Just make Maya a ghost. Or Mia a ghost, sorry.
Yes.
Are
Oh
you trying to
my,
kill me
bring
off
back-
already, Phoenix?
Well, I think what?
It ain't that bad.
No, no. Did Maya just say you're already planning on killing me off?
You wanted me to become a ghost, right?
Anyway, moving on. Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof.
Wow, good going, Nick.
Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have.
Initial trial? What's that?
It's the nightmare hellscape that I live in. That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed up the whole process.
So, under the system, trials have to end in 3 days?
Yep, pretty much. Well, we've got no time to waste.
Oh,
Aw,
they just
dude, I
explained
love
the 3
this.
days there.
I love this like music. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but this is something I learned in the investigation series that I've been watching. But the reason why this court system now has like the 3-day limit is literally because of the murder of Miles's dad.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go into the details of it, but Miles's dad gets murdered, and that particular case is like fucking years it took,
He
and
was
it's not
murdered
even like
for
fully
3 days.
resolved.
Isn't this considered spoiler, Zach?
How is
Yeah.
that? How is that spoilers?
So, Zach, did we know Edgeworth's dad was killed?
Did we know Edgeworth had a dad?
Huh? Are we going to learn that
Did we
Edgeworth's
know-
dad is killed?
Who's
Hey,
know that
Edgeworth?
Edgeworth was a
hey
tested
Saba,
baby?
if
Is
you're
that not
hey
spoilers,
Saba, if
Zach?
you're not hey Saba, if you're not an idiot, I didn't say that it was in this game. I said that it was a thing that happened.
You said it was in the investigations after looking that up.
No, well, I mean, I've been watching the investigations games. However, I have not revealed any details on who did it or what happened, so no, it's not actually spoilers. All I did was say that Edgeworth had a dad and he was murdered.
I
Oh,
can't
so
believe
Edgeworth had a
Edgeworth.
dad, huh? That's quite interesting.
I'm gonna kill
Edgeworth
you.
had a dad who was murdered, and the murder was plot importance for the lore of the game.
Okay.
The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this.
Don't push her.
It's almost night.
Nick? I think her guard's down.
Yeah?
I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted.
I'm assuming that you eat, you die.
Shit.
Whew, she's alive.
Not for long. Watch this.
Ah!
Pulled out a gun.
I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer.
Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way.
So she's the murderer, cool. She seems a bit bitter.
Do you not like the producer?
Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry.
Can I ask you about Sal Manella, the director?
Sal, he's soft, a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. I'm having connection issues, so I don't know what's happening. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. That sick
no.
fuck.
Do you want me to?
Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt?
She's too young.
That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick?
No, it doesn't, Maya.
We'll tell you when you're old.
About Mr. Hammer.
Arr. Arg. I heard what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it,
Gladly.
calling him a criminal, a thief. Forget this. Who are you?
Who are you? Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time.
You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible.
Okay. Goodbye.
Okay, let's stop poking a bear now. I guess they're not filming today either.
I would hope not, Maya.
I did want to see them filming, just one time.
This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them. Film later.
I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right?
Yep.
I wonder if there are any other clues lying around.
Yeah. No touching.
Eek! Yes, he is.
Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you.
Didn't mean I almost had a heart attack!
Guess I can't be a little dramatic at times.
Dramatique.
I suppose it's the actor in me.
Dramatique, indeed.
Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table.
Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills?
Yeah, foul traces thereof.
So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How?
I lick.
And if I get drowsy, I know they're there.
For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? There are traces that'll change color.
Wow, neat! Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for?
Now, everything in due time, pal.
Does anyone talk about how fucking broad Gumshoe is?
He's very wide.
Oh, we
I
talked about how
love
tall
him.
he was.
Well, the
huge.
testing solution on the plate changed color, alright.
Gumshoe's so big.
So the food on his plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it.
Wait, was that my line?
Oh, sorry.
I don't know.
Oh, I
I
didn't
didn't.
even
I didn't notice.
I think it said Gumshoe.
Okay. How goes your investigation?
To tell you the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure about the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though.
How is Edgeworth doing anyway?
Mr. Edgeworth is out of control.
Oh? Did the music do it to him?
Music makes you... He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it.
Whoa.
Talk about burns, pal.
Wow, the fury of Edgeworth.
Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? What?
He just shatters a glass bottle with his hand.
Say, whatever happened to that empty bottle?
That
Oh,
was
the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle.
So that means...
Yep, sounds like the one who put Bowers to sleep was none other than the victim.
So I was right. Thank God.
Alrighty.
Wait, I should examine, right?
Yeah,
Wait, no,
probably.
I can't. Or can I? T-bone steak. Alright.
There's some good old green vegetables.
I mean, I kind of just want to go in here.
The dressing room?
Yeah.
Sure.
Empty dressing rooms like this are kind of lonely, aren't they?
I'm sure Mr. Powers will be back soon. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's... Goodbye.
Studio 2 then?
Yeah, let's go over there. I still can't go into Studio 1 anyway.
Oof.
Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2?
Right.
But why?
I don't fucking know, dude. That's why we're here.
I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer.
In the costume?
I'm just asking arbitrary questions.
Were they trying, like... Because remember, Jack Hammer used to be, like, a big star. Was he,
Were they
like...
trying to reboot him?
About this... Well, I think maybe he was trying to make demands.
Oh.
Blackmail.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Hold on.
I'll give you a second.
Whenever you're ready.
Yep, I'm good.
Okay.
Hey, Nick. It's Miss Vasquez.
Alright, so you are conscious during the possession.
You know.
Hello? Hello?
I think it's just, hello!
There we go.
H-E-double-L-O?
Maya, should you at least try to be polite? That's all she had to say, apparently.
Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off.
With that French music.
I really hope that this is going to be conveyed properly in the video, because it's pretty funny.
I do hope that it's also the fucking most generic French theme in the world. Like, you're not gonna get copyright taken down for it.
Oh, shit.
Are you sure that's public domain?
Oh, dear.
It's just generic sounds.
Alright, now we have to recreate it now.
Mr. Powers wasn't the
I'm
killer.
on it.
You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai.
That's totally perfect.
You did it? What did we just miss? Nick, she did it! She's the killer!
What?
My Fae blood speaks to me! I know it! I know it!
Oh, dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila. Oh dear. Okay.
I just
Bye.
love this idea of we just all take turns being D. Vasquez.
Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? funny. It still seems pretty messy in here.
I guess she was still on a high for getting that rare card she needed. Wait,
Can we check the trash, maybe?
She's already snorted coke off of the card.
that's a good
Oh
point.
no.
Why do I have this now?
The
Cruise
traces of
dose.
the sleeping pills.
Oh, yeah. Alright.
Maybe you can present something to Vasquez? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Or present something
Just some paper cups, you say?
Was Edgeworth here?
Crushed.
to...
Okay,
That's his
I
hobby.
I
I'd
mean,
like to
I
sad
just
run
want to, like...
All of them are crushed.
I mean, I just want to, like this, right? Tell me about this.
Nope, the flowers.
There's flowers.
Fuck
What do you want?
It's so
Wow,
clearly
I don't
how he
see
died.
I don't see anything that's wrong. It's just flowers.
What? Oh, right, because I'm examining.
Like she's gone.
The same
how to get it
personality.
She's not even looking. Okay, hey, you look. What?
Okay, hey you.
What?
Look.
Why are you showing that to me, Nick?
Oh,
just
I
want
get
some
it.
attention.
Yeah, he wants someone to look at it. Okay.
Maybe you don't
Have
to
you
present
seen
something.
my dad?
I am a boy.
Damn it.
Okay, apparently we can't. There's no point in showing her anything.
Well, now what? Damn it.
I don't know, man.
Well,
Did we try going to the detention center? Hey, so it looks like they ate T-bone sticks too. Something wrong? I don't know. I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know?
maybe willpower says something in the detention center.
Oh, maybe.
That was what I was trying to say before
Yeah.
dialogue.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. It's all Zach's fault anyway.
Fuck you! Where's this accent for D. Vasquez?
You couldn't do it either.
Right, but I'm saying you can do it now.
I still don't understand what we're talking about.
Do you want me to try to do D. Vasquez?
I mean, apparently we're all just gonna do a take of.
Ah, yes, my favorite song.
Alright,
We could all do it at once, so it could just be chaos.
please
All
don't.
right,
It's gonna
3,
sound
2,
horrible.
1.
My stream is already shitty enough. Alright.
They will.
Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Right, it's still the same day.
Yeah, it is. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears?
Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there.
So are you not conscious?
I don't think so.
No, she was. She
And
was
could you
still
wipe
violent.
that grin off your face?
Hey, WP, only one day left.
Why do they call him this? Just call him Will.
WP is so many more syllables.
Let's make it count.
I can't count. Yeah. Though there's not really anything I can do to help.
So,
Especially since it's
so my
you.
mentality, by the way, moving forward, is that if someone makes a good enough quip, I'm just gonna skip that line of dialogue. That's your reward. If you come up with better dialogue, you don't have to read the bad stuff.
So Will Powers is a numerate. Can't count.
Ha 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 ha! I'm not really sure what I can do either.
Was there someone that was illiterate already? I feel like there was.
I think it was
Probably
Will.
Larry. Probably Will. Please, this is no laughing matter.
Illiterate and a numerate.
Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez?
Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius.
March?
Merch.
Genius?
She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. What is this voice? It's evolving. Right or wrong, no blah, 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 these days.
Just start doing some March, and then you'll get back
March.
into it, I think.
Hello, father.
Hello, Fatty.
Hello, father.
Why is that?
Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Merch.
And murders.
It's true.
Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh,
And what?
nothing. Forget.
What?
Are you holding us? Are you holding out on us right now, Will? Seriously?
Now, the
Only
day
heard
before.
rumors anyhow.
Can
Don't
you tell
worry
me
about it.
anything about Mr. Manila?
Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, a porn director. He used to be a porn director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye.
We
really
were all
into getting
minors.
stepped on.
Yeah, that tracks. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him.
Wait, she brought it to him? I thought he created it.
Bum bum bum.
A real power dynamic here. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella.
For more reason than one.
I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call though, but like, he's into it, so... Whenever she says jump, he asks how high, and all that.
I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping.
I was wondering about Mr. Hammer.
You're not a lawyer, shut up.
He was a big
Wow.
star back in the day, right?
Rude.
But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. It's not like you know about this Phoenix, all his countless movies.
Yeah, Philippines.
Oh. Yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began... Sorry, I forgot how to read for a second. Appearing in little productions at Global.
Getting too into character. You can't
How
read.
can you do that?
Line.
I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer.
The beach movie.
The romance.
He
That was
just
the
gave up
romance,
being a
yeah.
star 5 years ago. Ooh, something happened. Actually, now that I think about it, March, that was right when Ms. Vasquez came to Global.
5 years ago. Huh. So he just stopped taking on big roles, huh? I wonder if Ms. Vasquez had anything to do with that.
So can we go talk to her now with this information?
I guess.
I mean, we
Do
can't
that
present
so
info,
far.
though.
Can we present him with the sleeping
No,
pills?
sometimes.
Oh, I was thinking about that,
Oh,
yeah.
Bro, you were
Oh,
drugged.
yeah.
Bro.
Oh, he's
What?
Oh.
Wow.
So in addition to being illiterate and enumerate, he doesn't have...
he doesn't recognize things.
Yeah, he's...
What are you This is me telling you that you were drugged, bitch. I guess he's
I mean,
in. I guess he's
I
in the
don't know
court.
what that
I guess
is.
he's in the court. So.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, what's he gonna do about that info?
Cool.
Look, I
Like-
was drugged.
Go into remission.
Bum, bum.
Does Old Bag have anything new to say? Never mind.
I don't give a shit about old bag.
That's fair. Anything new here? Oh.
God damn.
Well, it's either Old Bag or Gumshoe then.
I guess.
Oh, there is a gumshoe. I forgot about that.
There is a
Maybe.
gumshoe.
Single.
Oh yeah, there's several of us down at the precinct.
Oh yeah.
That's not what I wanted.
Couple clones.
A couple clones.
The detective agency is all gum.
We only hire if you sound like
Oh, hey, what's going on? Anyway,
I'm very confused. Come back, please. Please, I'm so lonely.
what did you want to say something?
Yeah, I'm really
Yeah,
lonely.
that's
Can you-
interesting.
Okay.
Oh, hey, I had a question for you.
Oh,
Why?
there's a window.
What made you decide to become a detective?
Well, you see, it's a very long and very
Anyway.
interesting. Okay.
I'll just go cry in a corner now.
No, nothing from him either.
Huh.
Old
Let me
bag,
present
man.
to you this evidence that you've already seen.
It looks like Will Powers was drugged. I'm going to go back to the precinct to do some more detailed tests.
You're being very free with your information today, Detective.
Well, don't go telling anyone about this, pal. But I was kind of impressed at today's trial, too. Most lawyers would have given up after that director's testimony.
What? His testimony was super flimsy.
They didn't
I
want to
think-
look at him. He's not great.
He looks terrible. I think if it had been anyone but you up there, Powers would be done for by now.
Detective, about that bottle.
Oh, that? Talk about embarrassing, pal. I can't believe I missed that on my first week for evidence. Don't know how I can apologize to Mr. Edgeworth.
It must be tough being a detective with all that responsibility.
Oh, blush.
Alright, that's super cool, and I really like talking to you, Gumshoe. But
Oh, I really
what
like
the fuck
talking
am I
to you
supposed to
too.
do now?
I don't know.
Not sure. Ah, they've seen wisdom at last. They know if they fix it, I just kick it off again.
What kind of fucking vandal are you?
I am a menace to society.
This isn't the
That
first time
poor
I've done this.
assistant.
She's been
Oh,
coming
we
here
should
and
look
doing
at
this
this
for years.
This is my way in next time.
Oh my god. I want to figure out what the fuck to do next before we finish tonight.
We got 10 minutes.
I don't know.
That must be the
Maybe
storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment.
Will Powers
We
be
went in the-
inspired by all the fucking pictures of him? I don't know.
We went in the dressing room, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, we
Can
did.
we show
I didn't-
old bag
Oh,
anything?
hello.
Welcome back.
What are you doing here?
I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so
What?
we're killing him after this.
What? Why? But WP's innocent.
Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai.
What? No.
Wait, so they didn't have any more episodes than 1 week, like backlogged?
Apparently.
That's a good point.
That's kind of not a good practice.
I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer.
Yes?
On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2.
Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1.
He stole the Steel Samurai costume too.
This is a lot of information that I don't know what to do with. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that?
That's exactly why we're here.
Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then.
Please tell me this rumor.
I will not.
The rumor?
Not until you do something for me first.
Yeah, Ms. Vasquez, the producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer.
Oh.
Oh,
Ooh.
She had some dirt on it. He'd do anything she'd said, apparently.
I was gonna say Sal wasn't the only one under Vasquez's boot.
Some dirt? What dirt?
Dirt, you know, bad stuff.
I know what dirt means.
Do you? About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too.
The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then?
What do you mean the last Steel Samurai?
I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant.
Okay.
No!
Maya. Maya, please.
Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore.
Full adult.
What? What? Why?
I don't know. It's sad, but that's like what Global Studios decided.
Going back to the stuff that Sal used to make.
Oh no.
Oh god. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore?
The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget that all of this ever happened. They want it quiet. You understand? She like pulls out a gun. Do you understand?
How can they just do that?
They want a quiet, sir.
What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai?
I look
Okay,
at
like
Maya.
one person watches Steel Samurai, and I don't know where they are, but they're like really into it. It's so weird. They're like,
Hey, I'm right here. I'm
To
over
be
here.
fair, there's three. There's Penny, Maya, and Cody.
That is true. There is
Oh,
at least
you're
3,
right.
but it should be noted that Steel Samurai is apparently very popular.
Enough for
They
trading
have-
cards.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
Okay.
enough for, like, trading cards with multiple rarity levels. Like, that's better than baseball.
These three spend that much money on the Steel Samurai.
Oh my god.
They'll find a new hero to follow.
No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure.
You're sure
Nick,
talking from
Say
like that.
something.
Zach, it's you.
Did you say it?
No, that was you.
That was me? Oh god,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm very sorry about that. I think evidence rather than words is called for here.
What's
Here,
proof
take a
of
look at
theirs?
this. Wait, of what? What did I have to prove?
My bad.
You have to prove that people like the Steel Samurai.
Death certificate.
And this is.
A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai.
Well,
The
what
show
was it?
shouldn't be canceled just so adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. Are you secretly the owner of the global whatever?
You're right. Okay. But what can I do?
Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago.
Okay.
Well, that was easy.
Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago?
Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault.
So, someone died?
It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Ms. Vasquez, managed to hush it up.
And that's the dirt that she had on Mr. Hammer?
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Mrs. Vasquez asked him to?
That's an exclamation point.
Ugh.
It's okay, Maya, you're just a little confused. I am too.
Do you look at my face? Does it look like I'm yelling right now? But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public?
Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. Like a huge star. Like a really big star. He was like a big star. He
The
just
biggest.
goes for like 5 hours.
And Phoenix is just like
He had cosmic mass.
he had his own gravitational pull.
He was like that big of a star. Like it
It's
was
just like
nuts.
There's about to be a second murder here at Global Studios.
No, Grant, say that again, but as
What?
Gumshoe.
There's about to be a second
This is a
murder.
big star. He was like a really big.
Read the line!
They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out.
I see.
Do you know who knows more about this?
The old
Miss
bag.
Old Bag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. She's
That
always
is
been
true,
here.
actually. They
She's
did
old.
talk about how she's been here for like 1,000 years. Thanks, we'll try asking her, if she'll talk.
It was her
I've been
retirement.
here since the dawn of man.
Alright, I'm gonna go to...
It is 2 minutes until 12.
That's what I'm saying, and then I'm gonna save. There we go.
We're gonna start with what? You're still slinging around?
Alright. Good work, everybody.
Woohoo.
We did it.
Nice.
We solved
That
the
was
case.
that was the first time we streamed this.
We successfully got Powers convicted guilty. Wait.
Good
Nice.
job, everyone.
Good job, everyone.
Hell
We did
yeah.
High fives
All in a
all
day's
around.
it. Hell yeah. Alright. Same time tomorrow.
Yep.
I gotta like talk in my real voice again. Sorry. I just kind of like brain fart back to normal. All right, we're good.
It's much like how Mia deflates back to Maya. Your voice just like deflates back to Zach.
Fuck. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night.
Good night.